drop like iron snow. No storm, no trumpet sound, just quiet words from Father's mouth that shook the roots of ground. You are a God, the air went still, the world bent strange and wide, and something fierce behind the boy awoke and stood in pride. No longer only child and bowed, no longer weak and small, no longer just the trailing step behind the shadow tall. The blood within him sang at last, a hot and rising flame, and every wound the world had left now seen beneath his name. He walked more high, he spoke more hard, as if the stars themselves had marked his card. A God called Son, with fire in his chest, a name too young for power, and a heart not yet at rest. A God called Son, with pride beneath his skin, the truth that should have made him wise instead let darkness in. The boat cut black across the lake, the dead rose from the shore. He laughed where once he might have feared, and asked for battle more. The Draga fell, the Hell Walkers broke, their bodies split like reeds, and every kill fed something sharp that grew on praise and deeds. The Father watched with guarded eyes, and silence carved in stone, for this was not the strength he sought to place within his Son. A God must know the weight of pain, the duty in restraint, but boys who taste immortal blood may learn to mock the fate. A God called Son, with fire in his chest, a name too young for power, and a heart not yet at rest. A God called Son, with pride beneath his skin, the truth that should have made him wise instead let darkness in. He mocked the weak, he chased the thrill, he spoke as though the world should kneel. A little God with a wounded grin, mistaken pride for strength within, and every boast and every sneer drew him a little nearer fear. The Father spoke of measured hands, of gods who lose their way, of power turned to poison rot when rage becomes the way. But warnings fell like winter ash on ears too bright with flame. For once a child believes he's more, he does not stay the same. And somewhere in the hidden dark, the mountain kept its breath, while pride walked smiling at the edge of sickness, grief, and death. The boy who once had sought his father's gaze now chased his own reflection, and did not see the cliff ahead behind divine affection. A God called Son now walks with lifted chin, but crowns can turn to burdens when rot truth was not enough, for God who'd given without wisdom only makes the young more rough. So blood was named and pride took root. The fruit looked gold but carried soot. A God called son